Today we are out on Lake Simcoe and we're out doing some perch fishing. It's a late afternoon bite, so let's see what we can get done this afternoon. We're starting off with some small baits. Perch here generally run anywhere from 4 or 5 inches to fish in the 1 pound, 1.5 pound class. But typically midwinter like this, we're into some smaller perch, you know, the 7, 8 inch fish. Always a chance of getting a bigger one. Oh, Isaac has one on there. It doesn't seem too bad. Slush out of the hole. As you can see, we've got lots of ice. This scoop is 17 inches, 16 inches, and it's another 3 or 4 inches. So we're looking at midwinter with about 18 inches of good ice. We're using a double hook system here, a little tiny tube jig on the bottom with a imitation minnow, and both are tipped with live maggots. Fishing in about 25 feet of water. So perch on Lake Simcoe are typically a bottom feeding fish. They'll hang around the bottom, not necessarily picking stuff off the bottom like whitefish, for instance, but looking for food near the bottom. And that's where you begin most of your fishing, about 6 inches to a foot from bottom. And as you can see, we have a very light rod tip that is able to detect even the lightest strikes. And right now, I'm getting a hit. Oh, and missed them. But what you want to do, hook sets are free, allow that bait to go quickly down to the bottom again, and play on the sense of competition within that school. Perch are always competing with one another for food. So trying to get it right back to where the fish is important. There's another hit, and we got that one. So as you can see, it's important to, if you do strike and miss, to put it right back down again. We don't have a big perch, but at least there's something pulling at the end of the rod. With these light action, fast tip rods, you can see it's a lot of fun even for a little perch like this. So what that tells us right here, you can see my bait on the bottom. He didn't go for that one. He went for the one about a foot up. So that means there's probably more fish that are cruising about a foot from bottom, and we can present the majority of our baits there. So we'll quickly live release that little guy. He'll swim back down, and we put our baits down as quickly as we can before that school takes off and goes and feeds somewhere else. You know, on Lake Simcoe, yellow perch are the most popular species among anglers, and primarily because we have such a remarkable perch fishery on this lake. We have a lake that's known for quantity and quality. People come from all over Ontario and northern states like Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York to perch fish on this lake. And the lake has produced some really big perch over the years, close to the Ontario record of almost 2.5 pounds. As you can see, there's another hit. I can tell by the weight of the rod, and there, bingo, he's on. A little bit of a better fish. You can see him pumping that rod tip. Here we go, a little bit bigger. And again, he hit that top bait. Just a tiny little hook. Again, an artificial plastic minnow. And we'll put him back. Some people would want to keep him. He's just barely big enough to eat. You'll get a couple nice little fillets out of him. The limit here on Lake Simcoe for an angler with a full sport fishing license is very generous. It's 50 daily and a 100 possession limit. So that means you're allowed 50 perch a day with a maximum of 100 in your possession. So if you have 50 back home in the freezer, that counts as part of your limit. And if you have a conservation limit, those or conservation license, those limits are reduced in half. So you're allowed 25 daily with a 50 possession limit. All right, we're just about ready to wrap up here. If there are any specific ideas that you have, suggestions for show topics, by all means, give me an email and we'll be able to perhaps work that idea into the show. There we go, another beautiful Lake Simcoe perch here on the hard waters of Lake Simcoe. Thanks very much.